So I hope everyone's having a good day. What a Monday. And we have an amazing event happening right now on the Big Island. We have Tutupela going off, so which is so appropriate. I mean, her timing is just impeccable. And we're going to talk a little bit about that too. So we have a few people on Zoom, and I'm going to take a look at Facebook really quick to see if we have any friends there yet. Let's see. Yes, we have a few people there. So lovely to have everyone. And I'm not going to be able to check messages in chat in the Facebook page, but I will try to check them here. So people should be able to log in. So let's talk about me for a second. So my name is Lolly. I live in Honolulu, Hawaii, and I'm an intuitive medium, Reiki practitioner, and spiritual coach. So I teach a lot of courses. I teach Reiki. I teach an intuition course. I have courses about your chakras and about crystals. So I like to dive into all things spiritual and what helps my body and what helps me ascend or feel better or release my garbage, then I'm figuring, well, it could help somebody else. So why not share that with other people? And so what this video is all about, what our time together is, learning to work together as a collective in collective healing and collective learning about how we can be our own healer and navigate the energy. So if any of you have been feeling a little bit of anxiety or just a little bit of on the verge of getting really irritated with just the little things too, because I've been having a little road rage and a little bit of just irritated with the process of things. And I'm realizing that it's me going through some changes, some energetic changes. So with this winter solstice, it's really a time of rebirth. And I wanted to share my website. I almost forgot. So my website is purplespiриthealing.com. And I have social media, so I have my Facebook business page, and I have a Facebook group page, Spiritual Purple Path. Sorry. So that's kind of a new one for me. So it's a gathering of like-minded souls who are really working to grow their spiritual bodies and to be healthy, not only in a physical way, but in an emotional way, mental way, and a spiritual way. So we're going to be doing a lot of that healing and exploring our spiritual side in that group page. So if you want to join, I'd love to have you. I also am very active in my Instagram channel. So I do a lot of lives there also. So you can check me out there, Purple Spirit Healing on IG. So now let's get into winter solstice, which is such an exciting time. And, you know, as a kid, I didn't realize what all that meant. When the sun is furthest away, that is our winter time. When it's close, it's our summer, and what the planets do during all this time. So winter solstice is one of those times of rebirth or joy, or the sun coming back to us in a larger way, because we've had this winter months of the sun being further and further away from the planet. So now is the start of the sun returning back and having more time of daylight for us we'll have more daytime hours. So the winter solstice is that time of when that starts. And it's appreciating the sun, appreciating the light, and the rebirth of the sun's presence with us. So those shorter days will become a little longer, and those nights will become a little bit shorter. And what it's called in Hawaiian is Ke ala Polohiwa-The Kanaloa. So we are reminded to have patience, allow for change, and to celebrate what will come for this next year, 2021. And it's also a time for renewal. and rebirth for ourselves, and allowing ourselves to bring in more light, and whatever that means for each one of us. So let's talk about these two solstices. There's a summer one, and then there's one in the winter. So each summer, when the sun reaches its highest point, and then in the winter, the sun reaches its lowest point. So we have, it's colder. We're more inward. We're taking care of our homes. We're more inside than we are outside for a lot of places on the planet because it's so cold. Um, but these rhythms also correspond to the rhythms of our life, helping us to understand where to put focus, where to put our attention, what needs our attention. And so sometimes what needs our attention is ourselves. Especially this year, we have been so worried about everything that's going on around us, and the self-care probably has gone to the wayside for many of us because we're so worried about our loved ones. We're so worried about the job, or if we have a job where we're caring for ill people, we're worried about those people too. So sometimes worrying about us or caring for our needs gets put on the last on that list. But this solstice is a way to naturally reconnect to life's divine plan. And so it's for us to reevaluate, take a look at what we've been spending our time and thought on, and is that helping us? Is that serving us well? And if it's not, then let's take a look at what we need to do differently to feel better, to really embrace the next year with a real positive outlook, because we can look at it in doom and gloom, or we can look at it as there's going to be some amazing changes happening, and I look forward to it, because if we look forward to it with joy and happiness, we will receive the joy and happiness. So it's all of our intent and what we put out there. So, and it's also a time to reflect on the journey that we have all had and what we've had to endure, what we have gone through and came out the other side. So there's a lot to celebrate. A lot of us have had some really challenging times, but we are still here. And so in ancient times, and here in Hawaii, we had two seasons. Kau was the warmer season, summer months, where there was a lot of trade winds, and it's generally May through October. And Ho'oilo is the cooler months, where there's a lot less trade winds, which is right now, and that's usually November through April. So this precession of the equinox and solstices dates back about 2100 BC. So, and it was all done through oral tradition. So this solstice, Ke'ala Polohiwa-A Kanaloa, means the black glistening path of Kanaloa. So it's understanding that this black path, or this long night, this darkness that we have been in, was the path of Kanaloa, and he's taking us to the light. And it's such an amazing time right now, also because we're going to be enjoying more sunlight, and the light is also a representation of our own enlightenment, our own ascension. And ascension meaning our own way of how we see the world. Do we see the world in negative, and do we feel more on the side of victim, or do we feel positively towards it and we're feeling our oneness with all life? So it's a lot of our ascension has to do with how we see ourselves, and how we see ourselves within respect of the rest of the world and our own community. So what's exciting is Jupiter and Saturn is appearing closest to each other in the sky on today, and we'll be able to see it tomorrow also, possibly even brighter. And they haven't been this close since the Middle Ages, so centuries. They come in contact, they come around and they're close every 20 years. But right now is the closest they've been in a very, very long time. And so a lot of different astrologers are saying that this is the Star of Bethlehem that was seen on the night that Christ was born. So this is a very amazing light that we're going to see at sunset. So as soon as it gets a little dimmer, in other places you can probably already see it, but probably by the time we're done with our session tonight, because we'll be done at 6:30, we can go outside and we can see it. So it'll be beautiful. It's going to look like a bright star, but it's actually the two planets, and they're so close together. And it's considered the great conjunction, because it was seen at the birth of Christ. It was seen as a great omen. It was seen as something amazing, which this is something amazing right now too. So Christ consciousness energy is very strong right now. So he's bringing so much healing and so much love during this winter solstice, that we can embrace that. And it's also in these two planets are in Aquarius, which we are in the time of Aquarius since 2012. So with this winter solstice happening, with this Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, it really brings out the Aquarius energy so amazingly. And Aquarius is all about influencing us to be innovative, imaginative, using our intuition. It supports freedom and communication. So all of those aspects of Aquarius are influencing Jupiter and Saturn and us. So, and Saturn's going to stay in Aquarius for the next 10 years. I believe it's going to be there for quite a long time. So a year. So Saturn will be in Aquarius, actually for a couple of years, until 2023. Saturn is very slow moving, and Saturn is all about having a plan, doing everything in a logical way, and being very grounded, but also really being concerned about what you have and gathering your possessions and having a plan of action and moving slowly towards that plan. Jupiter is a little different. Jupiter is more joyous and more fly by the seat of your pants kind of. And so they're kind of in combat, but it's also getting Aquarius energy coming in. So Aquarius energy is also kind of settling down Saturn energy and keeping it more imaginative and innovative and allowing you to go with your gut feeling. Just go with what your intuition, your higher self is telling you. So it's just an amazing time. And so if any of you have been feeling, I need to do something different, I need to do this, I need to start this for myself, that's the Aquarius energy coming through for you. So it is an intense feeling, with the Jupiter and Saturn coming together. It's the feeling of old forms, old patterns of living, old ways of living are dying away. And so it's an opportunity for new growth, new beginnings to take shape. So that could be in how society moves as a unit, but also how we move within society. Are we going to follow everything and take it for face value of what our government says, of what our leaders say, or are we going to say, okay, but I don't agree with that, so I will need to do what's right for me and do it in a loving way? So this will require us to really take a really strong stock of what we believe in, how we move with our gut feelings, and how we can do that for our highest good. So it also marks the end of this Jupiter and Saturn coming together. For the past couple centuries, or 20 years, they've been doing this all in earth signs, and Aquarius is an air sign. So this is the first time that this conjunction is happening in an air sign. So that makes things very, very different. It disrupts the established orders on dramatic changes in the collective ideas, how we take care of each other, how we communicate with each other on a social level, how we handle our relationships. And air signs are very passionate and motivating. So we will be allowing ourselves to let our passions lead us and help make decisions for us. So all these influences are happening, and which is why this is called the Great Conjunction, because the Saturn and Jupiter happens every 20 years, but it's now happening in Aquarius. And so if you know anything about your zodiac signs or about the planets and how the planets influence you, it really does make such a difference in how you understand yourself and what your triggers are, what your little tics are, and how you react to things. And it's just an amazing way to help you understand yourself. So what's also amazing is we have just last night, the volcanoes are going off on the Big Island. So that is another sign of cleansing, of releasing. And it's no coincidence that she is happening and she's doing this during this winter solstice time. So it's really enforcing and encouraging us to let go of what no longer serves us, to embrace new, and to allow ourselves, giving us permission to embrace what we know is right for us, to embrace our intuition, our gut feelings, instead of discounting them and not having confidence in it. So if anybody has comments, you can always put that down below, or questions on anything that I covered. I want to now go into the healing part, because that's what's so important for today. Because for us to be able to really let go of all the aqua cords, all of the negative energy that we have been receiving or trying to combat for this whole year, because this year has been a lot, and we have endured a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of anger, resentment, all these lower vibrational energies. And as much as we work to let it go, when we can do that as a collective and really consciously saying, I am going to forgive, I'm going to let go of my anger, let go of my resentment, let go of the things that made me upset during this year. I had them too, believe me. When certain things closed and you can't go anywhere, you couldn't travel, and a lot happened this year for me, for my family, and it really put a wrench in what I had planned for in my life. So, but it also helped me to reevaluate what's important for me and my life. And it really was a gift. So I have to understand what the overall message was for this year. And then I can let go of the sorrow, let go of the feeling of loss, let go of the feeling of being a victim and things happening to me and I didn't have any control over it, because a lot of that happened this year. We all felt it. So the energy healing tonight will really help us with letting a lot of that go, and so that we can embrace the next year with love and light, and anticipation for positive experiences, because they are there. It's waiting for us. And Pele is helping us to just burn away what no longer serves us so we can go back to basics. I wanted to do a little bit of singing bowl action for us, because sound is such an amazing healer. And which is why I got into selling crystal singing bowls. But we are going to go with copper today, because copper is my foundation of sound healing, and I wanted to go with starting from the beginning, because we're going into a new year, and 2021 is going to be very different. What I'm getting from Spirit is it will be the opportunity for us to really get to know who we are. And that means having experiences that will force us to question, is this really about me, or is this really about learning? Or do I need to heal this part of me? Is that what's triggering? So sometimes when we get triggered, meaning very upset at something, we have to realize, why is this bothering so much? Why is this bothering me? Or if we have dreams of something that happened years ago that you thought you dealt with, but it came back, and then you're just mad all over again. It came right into your present now. So what Spirit's telling me is there is no history. There is no yesterday, last week. There's no tomorrow. There's only now. Because if you talk about tomorrow, it's going to be now. So everything is happening right now. And sometimes we just ignore the now to anticipate for tomorrow, next week, next year, worrying about what might happen, what could happen. But guess what? It never happened. So let's just enjoy now and ground our energy. So if you want to relax, you don't have to keep looking at the screen, because I'm not going to do anything exciting to look at. But what I'm sending is going to be Reiki energy as well as Ha Ki'i energy. So relax, get into a comfortable seated position. If you can, sit with your spine straight. But if you want to lay down, that's okay too. So wherever you want to be is the right position for you. Just make sure that you can hear me. So we're going to take 3 really deep breaths, and I want to go over the breath. So breathing meaning extending your opu, your stomach out, and then that allows more room for the lungs to drop down and expand even higher, even more. Because if we take a deep breath in and we bring in our stomach, we hold it in, then we're forcing our lungs to go up and there's less room. So when you do that, you have less air. But if you extend, you've got so much more air. So practice breathing in that way, and it lets in so much air. So we're going to take a deep breath in with our nose, and we're going to hold it for a count of 7, and then we're going to let it out. So take a deep breath in. And let it out of your mouth. Again. And out. One more time, extending the stomach. And letting it out. We're going to imagine beautiful roots coming out of the bottoms of your feet and the bottoms of your spine, and extending down into Mother Earth so we can ground our energy and absorb this nurturing, loving, protective energy from Mother Earth. And as you see your roots go further down, know that you are safe. Know that you are protected throughout this process. And you're going to see liquid gold. And you're going to allow your roots to go down and absorb this beautiful liquid gold. You might already see how warm it is. And your roots are going to take it all the way up until it hits your feet and the base of your spine. And this energy is going to extend up through your legs. You'll feel the warmth as it massages and lubricates your joints. And it will meet at your hips, and all these lights will become one beautiful golden light. And it will move up your spine. And as it moves, it will rotate. And you'll see this beautiful golden light, very much like the sun. Warm up your root chakra to activate and balance. And know that you are safe, you are protected, and it will extend further up to the sacral chakra, to open up your creativity, your creation, and your sense of self. And it goes up even higher to your solar plex, your upper edge of your stomach, where it houses your self boundaries, your self worth, your self identity, and your passion, your motivation, your drive. All these things are being renewed, restored, and reinvigorated. And we'll extend up to the heart chakra. And we see a beautiful pink light. And this is where our guides are going to come forward in front of us. And if you want to put your hands over your chest, you can do that now. This meditation is for release of what no longer serves us, release of lower energies, and that is done through the heart. So our beautiful spirit guides are coming in front of you, and they're extending a beautiful lifeline cord to you, and they're going to literally plug right into your heart. Reiki on chakra. You can feel the light. You might feel the heat of this energy. You see this beautiful light. For each of you, this light will be a different color. And I want you to repeat after me. I am divine. I am a spark of God. I am beautiful. I am deserving of love. I am abundant. I am joy. I am loved. I am forgiving. I am resilient. I am compassionate. I am at peace. I am open to healing and releasing what no longer serves me. I accept this energy today for my highest good. And so it is. Take a deep breath in and let it out of your mouth. And as you exhale, allow yourself to go deeper into your relaxation, deeper into your receptivity. If you need to say it out loud, you can say, yes, I accept this healing today. I'm pulling energetically pulling things out of your bodies that no longer serves you. You might feel a rush of emotion. You can let it out. You're in the comfort and safety of your home. You are safe. Allow yourself to release. Releasing the pain, releasing the resentment, releasing the anger. Let it fall away to the ground. For some of you, it might look like dried leaves. For others, it looks like ripped paper. For others, it looked like burnt paper, just the ash falling down. Now the Reiki guides are going to extend beautiful white light energy right into your heart. You will feel some pressure. Your guides are going to step a little closer to you so you can feel their energy, feel their love, feel their compassion and their dedication to your healing. Take another breath in and exhale, going deeper into relaxation. Allow yourself to experience everything today. And let this energy integrate and absorb throughout your body. If anyone on the call is Reiki attuned, you can turn your Reiki energy on and share it with the group. I've seen a lot of you seeing beautiful light. There's this beautiful golden light above your head, and it's just enveloping you. It's so wonderful. Okay, so your guides are almost complete. You can tell them thank you. They said if you ever need them, you just need to call upon them. So the connection cord is falling away, and they're removing their energy. They're pulling back. They did a beautiful job. So there is a white light coming down. This is Christ consciousness light, and it's entering through your crown chakra. You might feel a little pressure on the top of your head, and it will come down. You'll feel it come down through your neck and go all the way down your body like warm honey, just melting in. Christ is giving us a beautiful blessing today. So thankful. Thank you. I would say thank you. Thank you, Jesus. This energy is to heal us, to expand for our ascension into understanding the feeling of oneness and love for all living things. Okay, take a deep breath in. Let your body integrate these energies. Exhale forcefully out your mouth. Start to collect your energy. Bring your consciousness back into your body. You can stretch your neck a little. And open your eyes when you're ready. No rush. That was amazing. I'm going to turn my light on. So how did everybody feel? Did you enjoy that? I felt it a lot. My ears are kind of ringing. Wow. So if anybody wants to jump on their audio and share any experience, you're welcome to. That was really good. And wow. I don't have words right now. That was amazing. So I'm going to go into the Facebook group, but that was a really nice healing. That was amazing. I was getting a little emotional. But I wanted to share, I will be doing the next intuition development course. Will start February 2nd, so 2-2. So I want to use that 2-2 energy. A lot of my courses I do begin on a very special day. So Jocelyn says, that was amazing. The energy was beautiful and felt so good. Saw pink, beautiful light. Okay, you're the one who saw pink. And being like it was being showered with, filled with flowers. That's nice. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, the energy was very loving. It was very gentle, but it was very powerful at the same time. So it's hard to describe. Gentle and powerful at the same time. But yeah, it was very nice. So if anyone is ever interested in doing a healing session with me, you can go to my website, purplespiриthealing.com. It's done completely online, just like this. Spirit and energy works via distance. There is no time or distance when it comes to healing. So it can be done. And you just experienced it. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Kaliko. You saw purple, pink, and green. Yeah, you have amazing guides. So yeah, I love it. And I love that you were here with Jocelyn too. That's nice. We all need to get together again. Thank you everyone who have joined me here on Zoom or on Facebook. I appreciate you and love you, and I'll see you soon. Aloha.